Hi there. Being a huge TV fan, I thought it might be a little bit fun to look at some of my favorite shows. I'm a collector, so I usually am a completist and I like to collect all of them. So a lot of shows start good, but they don't end up that way. Lost is a prime example, but that's not one of the shows I'm going to be talking about here. At least not this initial episode of When Good Shows Go Bad. Good season, bad season. I'm going to start with something actually pretty simple. And as cheesy as the show was, when 21 Jump Street started, it was fun and it was different. It was a show of its time, and it did a great job of what it had to do. There were some great actors that came into this, and this here is the second season, and I'm pretty sure this. I'm not sure. Is this the season that Richard Greco came into the series? Booker character before he got ruined by giving his own horrible, oh my god, so god awful horrible you don't want to mention it, Joey-ish style spin-off. He had actors like Brad Pitt coming into the show. This is the Mill Creek one, so of course it's done like this here. But the first couple seasons of 21 Jump Street were pure, cheesy, good, special episode fun. However, it wouldn't stay that way. And we would get this. This is the final season of 21 Jump Street. This is season 5. You see who's on this season? See that? That's Johnny Depp. Do you know who's not in the last season of 21 Jump Street? Guess. Yeah. Do you know who is in the last season of 21 Jump Street? Well, not a lot of the cast, since Peter DeLuise decided that he kind of wanted to leave too. So they brought in his brother, who has a lot of hair. A lion's mane of freaky hair. Michael DeLuise. Notice that Michael DeLuise is not on here, but Peter DeLuise is. A much more popular character. Johnny Depp's on here, although Johnny Depp's character was replaced, and another character, Tony McCain, played by Michael Mendetti, who had the unenviable task of trying to replace Johnny Depp, of all people. And I'm not sure if you can get a good look there, but this is the guy that they got, and yeah, you can tell he's trying to replace Johnny Depp. You're fooling no one, Fox, with your Johnny Depp look-alike. But how did they get Johnny Depp for the 5th season? Well, the 5th season wasn't going to sell if you put Michael DeLuise and Michael Bendetti on it, unfortunately. Kind of like when they did the season of Dukes of Hazzard and decided, well, that since the original Dukes were on it, and he had the cousins, they wouldn't put them on the cover at all. Anyway, they took an episode from season 4 and left it and put it on this season, so you would officially have Johnny Depp kind of in the season, even though it's really a season 4 episode. So yeah, like I said, started good, got bad. Here's another show steeped in the 80s that started extremely good. Every episode was like a little mini movie. Music was amazing, incredible. I have the entire series of this, and it is Miami Vice. I still watch this to this day. I am an 80s kid. I love Miami Vice. I love the glitz, the glamour, I love the actors, the style, the music. Phil Collins, U2, The Who. This was just firing on all cylinders. This was amazing. There was nobody cooler than Don Johnson and Ricardo Tubbs. Until Miami Vice Season 4. If you watch Miami Vice, I'm probably not going to have to go much farther than saying Season 4. We're saying 2 words. Missing hours. Yeah. Miami Vice decided that let's get away from the gritty, glamorous, yet trying to like realism of the drug lords, and Let's do an alien episode. Then again, this was also the series that took a guy that was running undercover and decided that, hey, if he's undercover, the best thing for him to do is to marry a pop star. Because, you know, that's really going to help with, like, the whole staying undercover thing. Is to be like the guy that's picture's being taken by the Inquirer. They saw nothing wrong with this. Still, I'm a completist. I have to have all 5 seasons. And hey, if nothing else, at the end the music's good and it really still looks pretty, though pretty vapid. Here's a classic series, Buffy. Yeah, we're old enough now that Buffy is a classic series. They're thinking about remaking this one, guys. This is season 3. I chose season 3 because I thought season 3 was an extremely fun season. I liked the big bad in season 3. I liked the mayor. I liked the introduction of Faith. Well, for many reasons, she's hot as hell, and she's just a fun, badass character doing stuff that Buffy can't do. And around this time, I think Angel wasn't into so much. And Angel, yeah, I know he's like Buffy's like guy, and he was just hot and bad. I'm sorry, guys. Angel in his own series was pretty good, but Angel and Buffy, especially for the first couple of seasons before it became jealous and stuff, that was this little whipped character that whined like a little puppy all the time. So Buffy goes off the air after the 5th season because the channel's going off. And then it's going to be amalgamated into 2 channels that were once competing become one. So Buffy sacrifices her life to defeat Glory at the end of the 5th season. It was sad, but people wanted Buffy to come back. Little did they know they would get this, the 6th season of Buffy. I love Once More Feeling. Once More Feeling is one of my favorite episodes of any TV show. I love music, I love musicals, and this is just cheesy and fun enough to be great. But you know what? Season 6 is a friggin' downer. She comes back from the dead, and rather than being glad that her friends got her back, basically, she says, hey, I think I was in heaven, so kind of wish I was still dead. Screw you all, screw you all, screw you all. So you've got a Buffy coming back as a completely morose, different character that you don't like. A big bad that pretty much comes out of the woodworks and is thrown out at the end. Hey, look, she's been doing kind of bad stuff. Let's make her the bad so that so we can give him a hero moment. I don't know. They threw this together because the series was over, and I love Buffy. I can watch any episode of Buffy. But this was bad. It was bad. Though I do watch the musical episode. I know all the words. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Superman fan. And nothing surprised me more than the fact that this show was good. A lot of people ragged on it, but I loved Smallville originally. The 2nd season was probably when it was at its peak. It's a 23 episode season. This is where you got the caves. This is where Lionel's really coming into it. He tries to bring Martha over to the dark side, more or less. The show is just working on all cylinders. Chris Reeve comes into the show, and it's nice to see him. The show is at its best here. It's definitely at its... For me, this was the peak of the series. I would love the show all throughout, but season 2 would resonate with me more than any other season of Smallville, especially the later ones. Now, since this is good shows go bad, who in the blue hell thought that pairing Lex and Lana was a good idea, and that something interesting was going to come of it? Because no, it didn't. What did we get in this season? We did get a kind of a Justice League sort of thing, and it's pretty cool. That's nice and all. That's a nice episode. But Once More with Feeling is a nice episode too. But the 6th season is definitely not my favorite season of a Smallville. It is probably my least favorite season of Smallville. I'm not sure if it was this season or the season before where the kill off the dad, because he's got to go back in time like over and over again trying to get a better solution so that Lana doesn't die. And at this point Lana is the most freaking annoying character. Yeah. Anyway, as good as the show can be, it's always going to have a bad season, bad episode, something that just hits your eye. And those are ones that just didn't resonate with me in the slightest. And that's right now. It's my first installment of when good shows go bad. There will be more, because I have many shows, and they all eventually go bad. It's time for tea.